Hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. Well, howdy, as cowboys used to say, back in the old Wild West, where men were men and women were, well, women, really. Anyway, forget about the Wild West and forget about the exciting East too. That's right, we're back here in the studio, sitting and standing in the 3rd District, ready to bring you another revision lesson. So, I've got to ask, are you ready? You are? Great! Then let's get on with it. Let the fun begin. Hello, hello, and hello once again to the gods of English out there in Hungarian TV land. How are you today? Well, I hope you're feeling fantastic because it's day 2 of week 10. It's lesson number 47, the 47th lesson in M5's English learning program, Let's Speak English. And we're back in the studio, back here in front of the camera, back here in the limelight to have a look at what we learned in weeks 6 to 9. That's right, my friends. This week we're revising what we learned in weeks 6 to 9. Yesterday we revised... what? Come on, you all remember, all of you. That's right. Yesterday, we looked at using verbs in the present simple tense. We checked what we know about the present simple tense. We use the present simple tense for things which are always true or which don't change. My name, for example. I'm Gav Duncan. My name doesn't change. Or where I live. I live in Budapest. Or we can use the present simple tense to talk about facts. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. What else did you remember from the last lesson? That's right. We revised where we have to be careful with the present simple tense. Where do we have to be careful? Correct. With the present simple tense, the spelling of the verb changes in the 3rd person singular. And what is the 3rd person singular when it's at home? That's right. The 3rd person singular is he, she, or it. So, when we make a sentence using the present simple tense, we have to make sure that we change the spelling of the verb for the 3rd person singular, for he, she, and it. We also looked at the spelling rules we know. The first spelling rules we learned were about the 5 groups of spelling we use when we change singular nouns into plural nouns. I'm sure you remember, but let's just make sure. Here are the 5 groups. First, there is group 1. We change these nouns from singular to plural by adding s to the end of the noun. Then there's group 2. The second group are nouns which end in s, sh, ch, and x. We change these nouns from singular to plural by adding es. Then there's group 3. The third group are nouns which end in y. If the noun ends in consonant plus y, then we change the singular to plural by changing the y to ies. Also, in this group, we have nouns which end in vowel plus y. We change these nouns from singular to plural by adding s. Okay, so now let's look at group 4. The fourth group are nouns which end in F or FE. To make these nouns plural, we change the F or FE to VES. Okay, so we know about the different groups and the way we change singular nouns to make them plural. Now, some nouns are irregular. These nouns are illogical, so we have to learn and remember them. Okay, so now there are 5 groups. Group number 5 is the irregular group. Here, in group 5, logic is dead. Now, when we think about the spelling changes for verbs in the present simple tense, what do we have to concentrate on? Bingo! Well done! In the present simple tense, when we're using the third person singular, the first place we have to concentrate on is connected to vowels and consonants. Do you remember which letters are vowels? Of course you do. You're gods of English. You're better than the Jackson 5. Okay, so the vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. And the consonants? Well, that's easy. The consonants are the alphabet minus the vowels. B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, so what's the rule we have to remember about verbs, the present simple tense, the third person singular, and vowels and consonants? Well, if the verb ends in vowel plus Y, then in the third person singular, we add an S to the end of the verb, like this. Let's look at the verb to buy. I buy, you buy, he, she, it buys. We buy, you buy, they buy. Okay, good. Now what if the verb ends in consonant plus Y? Then what happens in the third person singular? Well, if the verb ends in consonant plus Y, in the present simple tense, in the third person singular, he, she, it, we replace the Y with IES, like this. I fly, you fly, he flies, she flies, it flies. We fly, you fly, they fly. So, now we can see 2 different spelling changes. With most verbs, we add an S to the third person singular in the present simple tense. But if the verb ends in consonant plus Y, we change the Y to IES. Okay, so far so good. So far so groovy. But what about our old friends, the irregular verbs? What happens to the spelling of the third person singular of an irregular verb in the present simple? Well, let's look at an irregular verb, the verb to do. Because verbs like do and go are irregular, in the third person singular, the spelling changes by adding ES, like this. I go, you go, he goes, she goes, it goes, we go, you go, they go. The verb to go is irregular. The verb to do is irregular. If the verb ends in SS or X or CH or SH or O, then it's an irregular verb. If it's an irregular verb, then we know that in the present simple tense, the third person singular adds ES. Brilliant! Banana, braces, buckle, brain, bing, bing, bong. And on we go. Now, also in week 6, we looked at daily routine. We looked at my daily routine. Do you remember my daily routine? Think back. Concentrate. Feel the power of the gods of English. Week 6, lesson 27. Week 6, lesson 27. I wake up at 7:45. I get up at 8 o'clock. I have a shower. In the shower, I wash myself. I wash my face, my armpits, my torso, my legs, my knees, my feet, and everything else. Then I shave. After my shower, I dry myself with a towel and brush my teeth. Then I put on some antiperspirant. I don't comb or brush my hair. I just put some gel in my hair. When my hair is perfect, I get dressed. I put on my socks and pants, and then I put on my jeans and a t-shirt. If I'm cold, I put on a sweatshirt or a jumper. When I'm dressed, I make breakfast. I cook eggs for breakfast. My wife, Evie, likes fried eggs. I like omelettes. We drink coffee and mineral water for breakfast. I like sparkling mineral water, water with bubbles. Evie likes still mineral water, water without bubbles. After breakfast, I wash up the dishes. Then we start work. And we're back. Do you remember what we learned next? That's right. We learned how to make a negative sentence using the present simple tense. How do we make negatives with the present simple tense? Well, I'm sure you all remember. But let me tell you once again, to make a present simple sentence negative, we need to use don't or doesn't. We use the negative version of the verb to do when we want to make a present simple negative sentence. We use don't or doesn't and then add the verb in the infinitive. I like pizza is a positive present simple sentence. To make the sentence negative, we add the negative part of the verb to do, don't for the first person singular, and then add the verb. So, I like pizza becomes I don't like pizza. Simple. If the sentence uses I, or you, or we, or you, or they, we use don't plus the verb to make the negative version. If the sentence uses the third person singular, then we use doesn't to make the negative version. She likes pizza becomes she doesn't like pizza. Great! Fantastic! Well done, everyone. It was good fun, wasn't it? Looking back on all of that. It's good to see that we haven't forgotten everything. We still remember the rules about the spelling of the 5 groups of nouns. And we still haven't forgotten that we have to be careful when we're spelling verbs in the present simple. That's really reassuring. It's good to see that the information's still in our heads. And now, that's right, it's the end of today's lesson. Don't worry, we'll see you again tomorrow. So, until then, be good, have fun, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Gav Duncan. This is M5's Let's Speak English, and you can catch up with any lessons you missed at m5tv.hu. See you later. Have fun. Bye.